Yo, that was obviously the weirdest intro I've ever had. What's happening, everybody? Happy Sunday. What's happening, chat? How's everybody doing? It's been a while since I've done one of these. Hey, Kane's today in the chat. What's up, little bro? What's up? What's up? Fresh off a spring game, a really fun spring game too, and a new commit, which is obviously why we're here. How's everybody doing this Sunday? How is the music? How is music? Busy Sunday for me. OT7 going on right now. Last time I checked, the last game I watched was Raw versus I forget who they were going against earlier. But I haven't been able to tap in since. Busy day. I had a recording before this, and I'm gonna do 2 more recordings after this. Hey, what's happening, Stanford Brown? How's everybody's weekend going? I usually like to start these with, catching up with the chat. Canes today, 2 years in a row, we had a commitment right after the spring game. Yes, sir. It's becoming a bit of a trend. Our spring game commit. Last year, it was 4-star receiver Chance Washington, who committed just following the spring game. And today, or yesterday, it was 4-star athlete or 4-star tight end Brock Schott, depending on how you categorize him. He's both. He's an athlete because he plays both sides of the ball, and you'll see that on his film. He's actually a wicked pass rusher too. Like, he's really good as a pass rusher, and you guys will see that on the film too. I haven't gotten to see anything since about 1:30 Canes today, so I'm staying spoiler free right now, and I'm gonna catch up on OT7 when I finish up here, or when I finish up after this. I have 2 more recordings with recruits, a 4-star quarterback and a 4-star athlete. One in the 25 class and one in the 26 class. I think I'm going to drop 2 videos this week, but we'll probably get into that at the end of stream. But before that, Brock Schott, man, new commit. Really excited about it. Coach Woodhill, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Coach Field have just been doing a absolute... Yeah, Dallas Wilson has hurricane gloves and cleats on today. Vernell Brown had Miami gloves on today too. Man, Vernell Brown was going off today. Just absolutely going off. It was cool to see. It was super cool to see Vernell go off. Who else was standing out today? I don't want to butcher his name, so give me a second and let me make sure I say his name right. I actually just made a highlight tape for him. I'm probably going to drop during the week. Cartarius Brown, 3-star receiver playing for Raw. Cartavius has just absolutely been showing out today. Another Caden Wyatt Dixon, or Caden Dixon Wyatt, I believe is his actual name. He's been going off. He's an SFE receiver, big kid, just been making plays all over the field. There's a couple guys that I've just highlighted that I've seen today and yesterday from watching OT7. Some of these receivers out there are just absolutely fantastic. Dallas Wilson being one of them. Going right after Big Ten schools on their turf. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nothing better than beating Ohio State in a recruiting battle, right? Anytime you got Ohio State. So if we look at Brock Schott's offer list, it is super impressive. Hey, Cafe in the building. What's happening, bro, Chacho? If we look at the offer sheet for Brock Schott, it's pretty ridiculous. Miami, Florida State, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Colorado, Duke, Florida, Georgia Tech, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisville, Michigan State, Missouri, Penn State, South Carolina, Stanford, Texas A&M, Wisconsin. Fantastic offer list. Oh yeah, he's insane. He's incredible. I found out he was incredible last year watching a couple of his receivers. There's a kid, Evan Sherman. who's a an athlete, smaller receiver, kind of a slot guy. I was checking him out, and it just made me pay attention to the quarterback even more. And I was like, all right, who is this dude? And then I found out he was committed to FSU, and I was like, oh, it breaks my heart. Also checking out Derek Plas last year, and getting cool with Derek Plas. He was telling me about his quarterback, and he was telling me that he was the truth, and Plas was telling absolutely no lies. Hey, that's my guy. What's happening, Mr. Reynolds in the building? One of the baddest 2025 running backs. Actually, shout out to Reynolds. He is going to Georgia next week, right? I just saw that. Bro, when I say it's cool, so side note, it's cool when you start to see someone's recruiting like really take off. And you just see it like go through the roof. Yeah, he's going to be in Georgia. Irvin Reynolds is going to be in Georgia tomorrow. Oh, I was 2 days ago, so he's in Georgia. He was at Georgia yesterday. It's so cool to see his recruiting take off. Like, literally from the end of the season, you've seen not little, but offer here and there. And then he goes to a camp. He's been showing out at the camps. Looks like he's transformed his body, putting on even more muscle. 2025 running back, Irvin Reynolds, absolute beast. I will have him on the show so you guys can get to know him. Great kid too, but a beast. Hey, Miss CB in the building. Yeah, so back to Brock Schott. Brock is an absolute animal on both sides of the football. So he's a beast as a defensive end too. I don't know if these set of highlights that I've pulled up will show some of his defensive stuff, but if y'all want to see some of his defensive highlights, y'all know we'll play it all. I don't mind. So, I always ask this: who has not seen Brock Schott's highlights? Who in the comments are like, man, I've never seen this dude before? You're going to be very surprised because you hear tight end and then you're going to see his skill set and you're going to be like, what? Yeah, this dude is a tight end. Let's see what we got. So before we get going, let me send a text back to my You Heard guys. Oh no. So apparently I'm a bit laggy. I do apologize if it's laggy. I don't know why my Wi-Fi has been spotty lately. I'm not really sure why. I had to redo a whole recording last week. It was brutally annoying. But let's get into the film. For those of y'all that have not seen Brock Schott so far, again, 4-star tight end in the 2025 class. Just an absolute weapon. I would describe him as an offensive weapon. 6'3", 215, and he moves like a receiver. He is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. So you see him split out here to start off his huddle, showing you the vertical threat, stretching the field, burners. Now watch him put on the afterburners for a tight end. He's got legit receiver speed in a tight end body. So we see him in the backfield here. Well, actually offset. We used to call this king and queen back in my offense in high school. I'm not sure what they call it, but we called it king and queen. A little shift motion. Hook and lateral. Bro, hook and lateral, dog. Who doesn't love a good old hook and lateral? But again, this is showcasing that speed, that athleticism, that versatility. Look at him go in the open field. Just absolutely dust these DBs. And again, this is our tight end here. So obviously 2 tight ends in this class so far. Luka Gilbert, 6'7" tight end we got a few weeks ago. So you pair him with a guy like this who is in that same mold of Elijah Lofton. He's just a football player. He can do a little bit of everything. Ooh, double move. Watch the double move here. Little stutter step, little hesitation, fight through the PI. Okay, this is just fantastic from top to bottom. So nice hesitation here on the double move. Beautiful. Fighting through the PI. Ball is slightly underthrown. Brock cares not. Makes the adjustment. High points it. That's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. So now we're going to see him on a screen here. A little jailbreak action. A little tunnel action. Making a guy miss in space. See, he's fantastic with the football in his hands, man, for a tight end. And then foot in the ground and go. And watch the burners. That's that breakaway speed, man. To have that from a tight end is huge. Now we see him on the hitch here. make one guy miss, square them shoulders, and get gone, dog. When Brock Schott starts getting up the field, holy cow. That's fantastic work. So now we're going to see him blocking here. Something I love to see too, because when you see a tight end like this, someone that's an offensive weapon, one of the questions is always like, okay, is he a liability as a blocker? Is he a good blocker? Or is he just an offensive weapon? Is he essentially just a jumbo receiver? But what I love about him is he's not. So we see him here, set the edge, running back cuts in right behind him. Watch him finish the block too with tenacity. Keep driving your feet. Keep driving your feet. Fantastic. Hey, what's happening, Craig? Go Canes. Keep building a great team with high-quality players like this commitment. 100%. 100%. And just athletes, man. They've done a great job of getting athletes. Yo, what's happening? Brylan in the building. Hey, if you're new to the channel, smash that like button and subscribe. We'll be doing more of these soon. I'm going to do another live stream probably during the week, or not during the week because my thumbnail guy's out. So we'll probably do one Saturday. I want to catch up. So we got to do one for Luca Gilbert and then one for Gerard Pringle. So we're going to do one Saturday next week. Another good job of just coming back to the football here. Every ball ain't going to be perfect. Sometimes they'll be underthrown, but that's okay. You just work back to the football. You help your quarterback out and make a play. He shouldn't have to drop dimes every single play for you to work. So we're going to see him in motion here again. We're going to see him blocking here. Fantastic job. It's effort. Ooh, and then he threw him at the end of the play. Check it out. That man that come flying in the frame. Brock threw him into frame. What's up, buddy? I love that right there. What I like about him too is he's not just a finesse tight end, man. You get everything with Brock. You get a guy that can block. You get a guy that can work in line. He can be flexed. He can work in the slot. He can work outside. Nice job on the post there. And again, he's got really solid fundamentals. See him use his body here. Gonna shield the DB from the football. If you want to make a play on this, you got to go through me. I got the bigger body. It's never gonna happen. So that's just fantastic fundamentals there. I'm going to try to get Brock on the channel. Hopefully record with him. Fantastic job there. Again, showing off the catch radius, going up and getting one. Nice little speed out, bailing his quarterback out, getting the football, and then being tough to bring down after the catch. That's what I like. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. He's got the smoothness you want in a dynamic pass catcher, but he's still tough. He's still gritty. Check him out here. Watch my guy motion. And then finish. That's what I love. Oh, I definitely think the spring game helped with recruiting. Oh, receivers. So many Canes gloves at OTC today. So many Canes gloves. Nah, it had to help. Quarterback seeing what can be done in that offense when they're let free, when you're a dual threat guy. Receivers getting to see what you can do. Guys like Cole McConaughey, guys like Lightfoot and Cameron Pruitt showing that freshmen have a chance early to play and to make an impact. Heck yeah. All right, so now we see him in line again. So we've seen him flexed out a lot. What I love here is at the goal line, we see him in line, traditional, lined up as a traditional tight end here. We're going to work the throwback. Oh, I love a throwback. I love a tight end throwback. Flow one way, throwback the other way. Hey, how cool would it be one day if a quarterback hit like the behind the back pass on the throwback? Like he rolled out right. And like, I don't think that's possible. And I'm about to get a quarterback yelled at if he attempts it. I'm going to ask a quarterback. I'm going to ask Dia to do it. I'm going to ask one of these quarterbacks. I promise. I'm gonna hit up Luke. I'm gonna be like, hey, Luke, do a no-look throwback pass. But again, this is just that versatility we've seen so much from Brock. We've seen his ability to block, be a lead blocker, win one-on-ones against corners, work the middle of the field. And now we're seeing him traditionally lined up as an inline tight end. Absolute weapon in the red zone. And then again, lined up outside again. Bro, just running by people. Smooth. Again, great adjustment to the football there. Slightly underthrown. It's okay. Bog down your route just a little bit, which is really hard to do when you're running full speed, but it's okay. Reaches back with his hands. That's another great thing about Brock, is you see hands. Not a lot of body catches, not a lot of cradling the football. You see smooth, reliable hands plucking that thing and going and getting 6. A vertical threat from a tight end. Dog, I love it. Again, split out. Hey, somebody tell Joe I'm drinking water on the screen. Go ahead, Brock. He's got fantastic vision, too, once he gets the ball in his hand. Hey, Corey Smith in the building. Hey, thank you so much for popping in, bro. I hope you're having a good day at work. I hope it's not, man, sometimes work days on the weekend can be, I know they can be tough. I used to work in the chemical plant, so we'd work Saturdays and Sundays, and those weekends were rough at times. So I know weekends can be quite rough. So shout out to Corey, man. Shout out to everybody working this weekend. I hope you're having a great day at work. Thank you so much for popping in and leaving a comment, bro. People like you are why I do this. All right, let's see what we got here. Quarterback rolling out. This looks like it was a pitch pass of some sort. Fargo, North Dakota. Bro, quick story. I'll leave that up to y'all. If it's water or vodka. Quick story here. I used to work with a dude named Ty to protect the innocent. I won't say Ty's last name. And Ty's son, Ty's a black dude, and Ty's son used to say that he would get tired of, I'm gonna be politically correct here on stream. He would say when he get tired of ninjas, he gonna grow up and move to Fargo, North Dakota, because he feels like there are no black folks in Fargo. And ever since he said that, anytime somebody tells me they're from Fargo, I have like this little chuckle inside. You gotta understand, the kid was like 11 at the time. He was a kid, so it was just hilarious. So every time I hear Fargo, I hear that. It's not as funny as y'all thought it was gonna be when I paused this whole video to tell that story, but I wanted to tell it nonetheless because me and Corey are having a private conversation. It was funny to me, but that's what I think of when I hear Fargo. Come set the edge. Ooh, look at our guy come set the edge. Beautiful, drawing at the point of attack. Extends the arms. Get off me, son. Really like this kid's game. So we see him in line here again. That's a beautifully designed play. It's like a tight end screen, but it's a throwback screen. Oh, that's beautifully designed. Dawson, do this, please. It was good to see the tight ends get more work in the spring too. Craig says, looks like Miami can have a package with all tight ends. They really can. Even this year, when you look at Jackson Carver, Riley Williams, Elijah Arroyo, and Elijah Lofton, tight end room feasting. Did y'all see that? Y'all see Brock just be a bully? Watch my guy. He's just, get off me, son. Just a bully. I love it, man. Now we see him in the slot here, split out 3 wide. Work in the middle of the field. Splitting the defenders after the catch. Boom. Splitting the defenders. And we gone. Almost got to 6. In line again. Beautiful job blocking. Oh my gosh. Rockstaffer, what did he do to you? He blocks with aggression. Hey, thank you so much for popping in, Corey. I hope you're having a good day, man. I hope you get off soon, brother. Get off and have a snack for me and you. I would say have a drink, but everybody don't drink. But everybody eats snacks, man. No matter what your snack is. Even if you're like Joe and you probably eat like wheat, or I don't know. I don't know what Joe be eating as snacks. All right, we see him in line again here. Again, blocking. Dog, he is a bully when it comes to blocking. This song is absolutely perfect for the way he blocks, by the way. He's just a bully. Again, I'm going to throw a man because I can. I like Brock. I love his mentality. All right, in line again. Blocking again, driving him into the end zone. Let's go. Never has to come off the field. If you want to split 4 wide, never has to come off the field. If you want to play H-back, he can line up in the backfield, doesn't have to come off the field. Short yardage, doesn't have to come off the field. You see him there. Watch him. Drive this guy 10 yards into the end zone and continue pushing him. Play's not over till the whistle blows. Dog, he's insane. Now we got him on the screen again here. I'll watch the agility and the vision. Yeah. Split out. I love this pickup, man. I love the versatility. Good hands again. And then getting up the field. Cameraman couldn't keep up. Brock gone. Cameraman couldn't keep up because Brock gone. Fantastic after the catch, man. Wheels. See him split out here again. Now we're blocking. Stock blocking. You just want to get yourself in front of him. Keep yourself in front of him. Bro, once he get hands on you, blocking you, there's not much you can do. I think so. I think we're done. For this year's class. Yes. For this year's class, yes. For like 26, no, obviously not. Though there's probably still I don't know how hard they've ramped up their 26 recruiting. We've seen the last list that went, not the spring game, but before that, we saw quite a few 26ers go. So I'm not sure how hard they are into the 26 class yet, but there were a couple 26 kids on campus this weekend. One of them I'm actually interviewing when I get off of this. Quinn Murphy, 4-star quarterback from my neck of the woods out here in Austin. So I'm sure they're not done as far as like targeting 26 kids. I do know there's still a couple other tight ends that they like in the 25 class. Hayden Bradley is a 4-star or 3-star tight end from Buford. Fantastic receiver, really good blocker too. I know they like him as well. But when you put Luka Gilbert and Brock Schott together as a tight end class, I mean that's legit, man. 2 4-star tight ends, 2 guys that are really strong and elite blockers and really good pass catchers. You know, Luka Gilbert is a fantastic blocker, but he also is a really good pass catcher as well. And if you watch his film, you'll see him get it done in a variety of ways. They split him out too. We're going to do that stream next weekend. So those of you that have not seen Luka Gilbert, you can get exposed to Luka Gilbert because I know everyone has not seen him. But no, I don't. I think probably done for this class. Yeah, it wouldn't make much sense to go get another one. But you know how recruiting is. Recruiting isn't over until it's over. I say that to say schools are not going to stop recruiting Brock. Schools are not going to stop recruiting Luka Gilbert. So Miami will continue to do their due diligence and continue to recruit other tight ends as well. But if you ask me, I'm really happy with this class so far. If you look at it from top to bottom, Luke Nickel, Lamar Williams, Elijah Melendez, Wade and Charles, Gerard Pringle, Luka Gilbert, Brock Schott now adding to that. I'm super excited for this class. I think it's a really good class. Let's watch some more Brock Schott. Any more recruiting questions? I shall answer all of your questions. If anybody has any questions, now is the time. But yeah, it was really cool seeing the tight ends eat, seeing the tight ends get work. Mostly because, you know, I want to see the tight ends feast this year. I'm a big fan of Riley Williams. I think Riley Williams is just an absolute beast and has the potential to be special. So I'm excited to see the tight ends get more work this year. And obviously just seeing, you know, guys like Luka Gilbert and Brock Schott buying into what the tight end room can be going forward. We want to get back to being tight end U, get back to being one of those schools that's known for elite tight end play. Bo says I'm from Leo and I play with Brock. He's a stud. I'm a freshman at Leo. Yo, what's happening, Bo? What's happening, Brody? So you play. So Bo plays at Leo with him. Are we watching you on film right now? Are you? What position do you play, Bo? Shoot, send me your film. At Corey Carmona, CACOREYCARMONA. I'll put it in the chat. Send me your film, bro. I'll do a post for you. I always love meeting new recruits. Yeah, Brock is an absolute stud, man. Absolutely, and a beast. But yeah, I'm just excited for the future of the tight end room. Because, like I said, when you look at the room, it's really young too. I mean, other than Cam McCormick, who's the veteran in the room, kind of the guy that's helping lead some of the younger guys and more of the H back and heavy set blocker. But then you got, Elijah Arroyo. Yeah, I can't see my thumb. Elijah Arroyo, Jackson Carver, Riley Williams, Elijah Lofton, and then you bring in next year Luka Gilbert and Brock Schott. It's just a fantastic room. Really, really good room. I'm excited for that room going forward, man. I love a tight end. Like I like versatile football players. I like football players that you can move around, football players that you don't know how to key in on. Those are my favorite styles of football players. And that's what I like that they've done over the past couple years with recruiting. You look at guys like Dylan Day, Isaiah Thomas, Cameron Pruitt, Brock Schott, Ruben Bain, guys that are versatile, guys that are just football players. Zaquan Patterson, guys that can play multiple positions. They're just football players. Elijah Lofton comes to mind too. Chris Wheatley Humphrey comes to mind as well. And the proof is in the pudding when you got guys like Robbie Washington who can fill in on the other side of the football and play some DB in spring when you were down a few positions. That goes back to that versatility and having guys that are athletes and just football players. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy that. We see that on the defensive line a lot. Guys like Mesidor, like I said, Bain, Wayne, Cole McConaughey. Even from the linebackers, you see West being dropped down. I keep saying Cameron Pruitt because to me, obviously Cam Ward was the MVP of the spring game. I mean, he absolutely went off. But for me, personally, the most impressive player to me out there, the most impressive football player other than Cameron Ward and Xavier Restrepo, who I expect X to do X things. Like, it's not that I don't want to mention X, but I don't mention X because that's how high I have X in my mind. I put him in such a high regard that I expect excellence from him. It kind of goes without saying for me. Like, for me, when the Miami Hurricanes are playing football, 7 will do extraordinary things, and I don't expect nothing less. But X was balling. But for me, it was Cameron Bobby Pruitt, whose interview is on the channel. Had about a 2-hour talk with Cameron Pruitt. Fantastic young man, great kid, loves the game of football, and he is just a football player. Like, he's a old school. He just likes playing the game, man. He's put on like 20 pounds. He looks fantastic. They had him coming off the edge a few times. He was just all over the field. I think Cameron Pruitt's going to be a star. That is, he was my MVP for the game, other than Cam. I mean, obviously, it was Cam because Cam looked fantastic. Big shout out to JB11. Y'all know I got a lot of love for JB11. He looked really good. Zay Horton looked fantastic. I thought JoJo looked good. I thought Ray looked really good. I thought Cole McConaughey looked good. Mod Moten looked good. Mod Moten looks like he lost some weight. He looked good. Clark looked good in the middle. I'm trying to think who else really stood out for me. I'm gonna rewatch it again tonight because I was rewatching OT7 last night, so I didn't rewatch the spring game last night. I rewatched OT7 because I wanted to support a lot of the recruits that I know. A lot of the recruits that I know are they're at OT7 this weekend. Whether that's Vernell Brown, or Zay Thomas, or the entire Raw family, Stubbs and Amari and EJ Marcelin and Jalen Waters. So I wanted to support some of those guys and watch some of those games. I'm a big 7-on-7 guy. I'm a former receiver, so I like 7-on-7. I like stuff like that. I'm gonna rewatch the spring game tonight. I didn't want to do a stream for the spring game. I thought this was a bit more important to highlight the recruit rather than the spring game. But if y'all want, maybe I can do something earlier in the week. We'll come and talk about the spring. No insight on players leaving. It's something we've talked about on the You Heard Pod. By the way, new episode of the You Heard Pod, 6:30 tonight. I don't know if I'll be on it. Like I said, I have 2 more recordings to do after this. They kind of stacked up on me today because I didn't want to do any yesterday because of the spring game. And honestly, it's been a rough week. Just on a personal note, I've just been really tired. So I got 2 more recordings. So I don't know if I'll make the You Heard show, but You Heard will be live tonight at 6:30, recapping the spring game. Those guys were there for the spring game, so you can get a detailed insight on what it was like. Live and living color. My guys were down there hanging out. Big shout out to Polk, Ben, and Joe. I love those guys, man. Those are my brothers. What else do we have? What other news? Oh, yes. I guess I'll break this now. We're going to drop 2 videos this week. So we're going to drop, let's see. One that's going to drop this week is, oh, my guy got another offer. KJ Edwards. He's one of my favorite running backs. I'm sorry. This is also bad streaming etiquette, but I am congratulating a running back right now who just got another offer. He got the offer from A&M. He's a running back from Carthage, Texas. Actually, that one's gonna drop next week. I recorded with him, but I got to re-record it, so we're gonna drop that one next week. But a fantastic running back that I'm really happy to show you guys. But this week we're gonna drop 2 videos. We are going to drop Jalen Waters will be Friday. So Jalen Waters is a he's a 4-star corner in the 2026 class. Fantastic DB, just like one of the best DBs in the 2026 class. Absolutely elite range. He's got like receiver like ball skills, y'all. When you watch the interview, you see his ball skills. Remember that I said like he's got some of the best ball skills you will see. And I'm gonna drop another video probably Tuesday. I'm not sure which one I'm going to drop Tuesday though. It's actually why I'm looking at my thumbnails now as I'm talking to you guys about it. Because I have an order that I wrote out, but I don't remember what that was. But yeah, definitely gonna do Jalen Waters this week because I wanted to get that one out for you guys. A fantastic interview, just a good kid, and just a playmaker, dude. He's one of those DBs that is just an absolute playmaker. So I think what we're gonna do this week is have 2 of these, and one of them, if I can get that out of my way. So we're gonna do, I want to show you all the thumbnails. That's what I'm doing right now, or that's what I'm attempting to do right now. Here we go. Let's show y'all. Last time I did this, it was an epic fail. I was not very good at this. So let's see if I can be better at this time. So Jalen Waters, but we're not going to do Jalen. Jalen's going to be Friday. So Tuesday, we're going to drop a video. On Tuesday. And on Tuesday, we're going to drop this one. Boom. Elijah. 3-star receiver Elijah Diolio. He's a recent transfer to St. Thomas Aquinas, plays on the raw 7-on-7 and fast Houston. One of the nastiest jump ball receivers you will see regardless of class. So we're going to drop that video Tuesday. Recorded with Elijah. It was a lot of fun. He's a great kid. He's just such a super hard worker, like to the point where we finished record. He had a training session to do, so we had to like fit our recording in today, because he had a training session. So that one's gonna drop Tuesday. Just been rising in the recruiting rankings. Super proud of of the work he's been putting in. Just an absolute beast. I think you guys are gonna really, really like that interview. And then the next interview, so this one's gonna drop Friday, is one of these star cornerbacks from Raw 7-on-7 and OT7. Absolute monster out there this weekend. 2026 4-star DB Jalen Seatbelt Waters. I keep saying Walters. Jalen Seatbelt Waters. Like I said, one of the best DBs in the 2026 class. Some of the best range you will see. Literally looks like a receiver out there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, this one's going to drop Friday. I don't know why I mixed up. And then Elijah, obviously, we're going to drop that one tomorrow. I'm really excited for y'all to see the Elijah one. He's a really, really good kid. And not just that, one of those examples of like recruiting just skyrocketing this spring. Like he has just been going through the roof this spring. Recently was at Rivals Miami and showed out some of the most insane catches you will see in 7-on-7, and just from his past year at Ely. Transferred to St. Thomas Aquinas, so he will be at the same school that Chance Robinson was at last year. That one's going to be dropping Tuesday morning. Yo, what's happening? Again, if you are here and you are not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notify bell so it'll let you know when I go live. We're going to have another live next Saturday for either Gerard Pringle or Luka Gilbert. We need to do both of those, so we're going to get those knocked out so we can get caught up with the commits. I like to do one for every commit that we have. Sometimes I like to wait to see if I can get them on for an interview. This way I can interview them rather than do something like this. It's better when I interview them because you guys get to know them, things like that. You get to see why they chose Miami, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, Craig. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. We hit 2,000 subs. I don't really know. I'm supposed to be doing like a sub party or something like that. I don't know. If Miss CB reminds me, I'll do it. I'm terrible about stuff like that. Like I be forgetting. She has to remind me. I don't know. Maybe we'll like order a bunch of snacks from around the world and I'll eat them here. Yo, thank you for subscribing, Bo. Make sure you send me that clip of your highlights. I want to check them out. And any other players on your squad, any of your homeboys that you're like, hey, he need to be looked at too. Send those to me too. That goes for all y'all. If you got a son, a friend, or somebody you like, yo, he needs some extra love or attention, send them my way. I will give him all the love and attention and try to use my platform to get more eyes on any players that I can. All right. So that's all we got for today. Like I said, a little bit of a busy day for me. I got 2 more recordings to do. Thank you guys, everyone that came and hung out and asked a question and hit the like button and commented. Again, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I drop like 2 or 3 shorts every day. I usually try to drop 1, if not 2 videos a week. We do a live stream every time every time Miami gets a commit. And then during the season, we do halftime streams during the game. So during the games, during halftime, when you get bored, come hang out with me for, it's like 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, depending on the halftime. And I call that Chalupa and Friends because I like to have different content creators come on. So Cafecito, we've had Coach Hayes, Ben, Joe, Ayo from the Miami Mayhem show, Dono. We've had just about, everyone that I associate with on Twitter and more. We've had NMD, one of my favorite content creators on here. The only reason I haven't had Coop is because Coop does his own stream. But trust me, if I could have Coop on my stream, I would, because Coop is the best. Shout out to Coach Coop. Go follow Coach Coop if you're not. What's coming in the fall? What that I don't know? Yes, listen to the motive. Like, share, and subscribe. Go check out some of the recent videos. The last video I dropped was 4-star defensive tackle Jarquez Carter. Probably, if not, I'm gonna be honest, probably the best defensive tackle in Florida. Talked about his Miami visits, relationship with the staff, UCF, and a few other things. This is a great interview. Another fantastic kid. Go check that out. And as always, when you're watching these interviews, leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji. The comments help the video move up in the algorithm so everyone else can see it. I always appreciate the love, obviously. Um, but yeah, I don't have much else. I'm going to get my next recording set up, put in some more work. I got some edits I'm going to drop this week. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Follow me on Twitter, obviously, at Corey Carmona. I have a TikTok too. All that's down in the description. Follow me on TikTok. I drop 3 videos a day on TikTok. I probably post more on TikTok than I do anywhere else. So if you do have TikTok, go follow me on TikTok. I post a lot of clips on there. I know a lot of people like the clips better than the long videos. So if you like the clips better, then go follow me on TikTok. I have nothing else. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. Shout out to the staff. Shout out to Brock Schott, the newest Miami Hurricane. I cannot wait to see what you can do this time next year when you're on Green Tree, showing out in your own right. Other than that, I've got nothing else. Hit that like button, subscribe, be nice to one another. Do not be a cow. We out. I absolutely botched that entire exit. So let's try that again. Be nice to one another. Don't be a cow. And don't troll, man. Trolling is bad. Don't be a cow. We out.